Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guest. Once upon a time, technological change happened slowly. So slowly that we didn't notice. We could rest assured that the lives of our children would be the same as our own. Life was content, we moved along, did our thing. Then the Industrial Revolution happened, and change started happening rapidly. All of a sudden, our children's lives were so completely different from our own that we didn't even know how to help them navigate this change. And it was because of the Industrial Revolution that science fiction and science fiction poetry came into existence. You see, one way we experience and express our angst about change is through our art. And today I'm going to share with you a selection of 3 poems that express this angst about technological change. This first poem, called Intelligent Car, expresses a man's perplexion, his perplexity over the danged intelligence of his car. Intelligent Car. I leave for work, shutting the door and hoping it may go more smoothly than it has every other day. I listen to the trees and hear the morning birds sing and think it's a wonderful daybreak so far. But I know that it can't last, and I turn to wondering what on earth made me buy an intelligent car. As I open the door, I pause and offer up a quick prayer. Oh, please let today be different. This is utterly unfair. I duck my head, twist, then slide into the driver's seat in a display of the car entering ballet. Good morning, Dave. The car punctures my pride. So where do you wish to travel today? I'm going to the office. It's how I usually reply. I've given other responses, but it matters not what I try. I beg to differ, Dave. I've linked your diary and analyzed it to see where you go. The results state at this time you go to the infirmary. Do you mind if I override? Yes, no. I call it an arrogant, moronic, and worthless conveyance, knowing that whatever I say will not make a difference. I'm rapidly enraged and exit, slamming the door. Just one time, I'd like another outcome. But I have to go to work, so I count to 10 before I open the door, and again, I succumb. Please put on your seatbelt, the car says with some urgency. Predicted time is 10 minutes to accident and emergency. I flick any switch that I can find on the dash as the car starts and is off like a rocket. I hear the tires squealing chord as I suffer whiplash, and it's halfway down the road before I can stop it. I try the handle, but the door's been locked. Just once more, as the diplomat, I say, "Open the door, please." "I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. You're not going to like this and may feel that it's petty, but I don't want anything concealed. With your recent activity, you're now hot and sweaty, and climate control balks if the car isn't sealed." I kick, I punch, I strike, and I pound, and I curse the car to damnation. But it has little effect, and I finish by butting my head on the wheel in frustration. And as the red starts to trickle over my eyes, and I spy the blood on the dash, door, and seat, then I think to myself, this wasn't so wise, and gradually come to accept my defeat. Then the world starts to spin, and I place my head between my knees, and just before I faint, I utter, "Take me to the hospital, please." Now, of course, we don't have intelligent cars like this, and if they did, I'm so glad that my name isn't Dave. That would be way too creepy. The next 2 poems I'm going to share with you are about the angst around computers. You see, I used to have this little sign in my locker when I was in high school that said, "To err is human, but to really louse things up, you need a computer." And although computers make our lives wonderful, make amazing things possible, there are definitely times, and I'm sure you all have had this moment, where you want to take the damn thing and throw it out the window. So, here I share with you, Remember When, a poem about technology. A computer was something on TV, from a sci-fi show of note. A window was something you hated to clean, and Ram was the cousin of a goat. Meg was the name of my girlfriend, and gig was a job for the nights. Now they all mean different things, and that really megabytes. An application was for employment. A program was a TV show. A cursor used profanity. A keyboard was a piano. Memory was something that you lost with age. No offense, Patricia. A CD was a bank account. And if you had a 3 1/4 inch floppy, you hoped nobody found out. Compress was something you did to the garbage and not something you did to a file. And if you unzipped anything in public, you'd be in jail for a while. Log on was adding wood to the fire. Hard drive was a long trip on the road. A mouse pad was where a mouse lived. And a backup happened on your commode. Cut you did with a pocket knife. Paste you did with glue. A web was a spider's home. And a virus was the flu. I guess I'll stick to my pad and paper and the memory in my head. I hear nobody's been killed in a computer crash, but when it happens, they wish they were dead. And the final poem I'd like to share with you is a little glimpse into the future of what might happen with computers. It's called Grandpa and the Computer. The computer swallowed Grandpa. Yes, honestly, it's true. He pressed Control and Enter and disappeared from view. It's devoured him completely. The thought just makes me squirm. Maybe he's caught a virus or been eaten by a worm. I've searched the recycle bin and files of every kind. I've even used the internet, but nothing I could find. I asked Jeeves in desperation, my search is too refined. The reply from him was negative. Not a thing was found online. So if someday in your inbox, my grandpa you should see, please scan, copy, and paste him, and email him back to me. Madam Toastmaster.